Let's look now at other advice and strategies that you can use to get a high grade in your IELTS listening. A very important strategy that you need to use is time management. In fact, in your exam, you won't have enough time, or what you would expect to be enough time, to do the listening, but also the reading, the writing, or the speaking. So it's important to optimize time and maximize your results. In the listening, to do that, you need to anticipate the answer. So how can you do it? When you will arrive in your listening section, they will give you a few minutes before each recording to look at the answers of your previous section. But what you're going to do is focus on reading the following section that still need to be listened to. In that way, you already have a bigger picture of what are the topics and what you can expect to listen to. So you will need to concentrate on keywords and signals that will give you an idea of what could be the answer. So for example, in the section 1, it could be a date, it could be numbers, surname, address, and already from the sentence you may predict this information. A practical example could be that at the beginning of the sentence you see a name of a person, and probably after that you will have to insert a date of birth. It's very important, if you don't know, that sometimes you may find DOB, which is date of birth. It's an acronym that they use in the UK and other English countries. Another important thing is to predict if you're going to insert an adjective or a noun. This is very important because you're going to listen for these kind of words during the recordings. Another practical example is to understand what are the topics that you may find. So if you hear a professor talking and saying one in the middle of the semester and the other one at the end of the year in the sentence, probably they will be talking about exams or assignments. At the end of the fourth section, you will have 10 minutes to insert your answer in the answer sheet. In those 10 minutes, you can look again at the answer, check any spelling or grammar mistakes, and guess the one that you have left empty. Another important strategy is to get used to hear people talking in English and in various accents. That's because otherwise, when you arrive at the exam, it can be a shock at the beginning to listen to someone speaking with a very strong accent or about a topic that you don't know. That's why on the day of the exam, but even before, I strongly advise you to listen to podcasts, YouTube videos, radio, and also listen to these about different topics. So it could be animals, climate change, politics, medicine, any different topics that you may find then in the IELTS listening. And when listening to these podcasts, radio or videos, you can decide to listen in two different ways. The first one is just having those in the background to get used to listen to someone speaking in English. And another way is to really focus on what is being said. Maybe you want to take notes, maybe you want to look at some words in the vocabulary because you don't know them. And so that's a more active listening way of repeating and getting used to the English accents and a general talking in English.